What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and a great New Year. This video is going to mark a bittersweet moment for the channel with the fact that I am going to be slowing down quite a bit on 6.8 Western content in lieu of moving forward with load development for my new rifle chambered in 7mm 08. If you guys didn't catch the video on which rifle I'm going to be doing load development for, you can find it up here. I just did an unboxing and kind of my initial plans for what I wanted to do with that cartridge. So the question that I have been thinking about over the past couple weeks, and this is really geared towards the new viewers of the channel, or anybody in 2025 that's going to be filtering to the channel on whether or not they should purchase a rifle chambered in 6.8 Western, or if they wanted to build a rifle around the cartridge platform. The shorter answer to that is yes, you absolutely should. And I'll break down why specifically throughout this video, really with the year review of my reloading experience this year with the new bullets that I tried, with the hunting adventures that I took my rifle on, with the animals that I've harvested. And then also I'll filter back into the last couple of years as well, with my hunting experiences there and the animals I harvested. You guys will want to stick around to the end of the video as I will be giving you guys directions on how to get entered into the giveaway, just as a thank you to your guys' support here on the channel. That giveaway is going to include, each person is going to get a Rogue Summit Hunter decal. Each winner is going to get a Rogue Summit Hunter leather patch hat that I'm currently wearing. These are very nice hats. And each winner is going to get a Gray Moon first aid kit that I have put together. Really, I put these together last year, and I've been keeping these in my hunting pack. I keep one in my everyday carry bag, and I keep one in my main medical bag that I keep in my Jeep. What you guys get in here, just some great bleeding control, tourniquets, some gauze, medications, trauma shears. Really, these are fantastic just to toss in a bag and kind of forget about it. And then if you ever need, any medical supplies, you guys have at least something to get you guys started with. All right, with that being said, let's jump into the main course of this video. All right, so you want to get into 6.8 Western. Well, that was me 3 years ago. I'm going to assume that you are wanting to get into a short action cartridge, whether because you want to save a little weight over a long action, or you just are head over heels with the short action cartridges. You want to step up from a 308, a 243, a 6.5 Creedmoor, a 243, but you don't want to get into those heavy belted Magnum cartridges. You want to take advantage of a modern case design. You want to take advantage of pretty mild recoil. You want to take advantage of modern bullet construction with heavy for caliber bullets. This is the cartridge for you. And over the last few years of me reloading for it and hunting with it, it has 100% heightened my hunting adventures, my hunting experience, my overall understanding of bullet construction and kinetic energy. It has been the cartridge that allows me to really take this out of the gun safe and shoot the loads that I have for it very confidently between 100 yards on out to 1,000 yards on any big game North American animal that I can think of. I can shoot heavy for caliber 270 bullets. If you didn't know, 6.8 Western is the metric version of 270. And I can take advantage of the high ballistic coefficient bullets that some of these companies have come out with for the 270. I previously was hunting with the 308, so I jumped from 308 to this, just wanting something that will have more kinetic energy at those longer range distances. Now, I primarily hunt here in the Western United States, so I have plenty of opportunity to take longer range shots. I practice a lot on the range, so it's not like I just pull up and shoot long range. I try to be an ethical hunter and practice and really get to know my system quite a bit. If you are getting into this cartridge or thinking about getting into it, and you primarily just want to shoot boxed, factory loaded boxed ammo, you're going to be a little bit limited. That's kind of one of the drawbacks to this cartridge is if you go into any big box store or your local sporting goods store, you're probably just going to find 155 grain bullets on up to 170 grain bullets, 175 grain bullets. The good news with that though is they have a few different options for copper bullets and lead core bullets, so whatever tickles your fancy there. If you are wanting to really geek out and get into reloading for a 6.8, that's where your world really opens up, with the sense that you can, get the 140 grain bullets and load on up to the 175 grain bullet range. The 140 grain bullets, those lighter grain bullets, are going to be great for if you don't want to shoot long range and you're going to be shooting shorter range, or if you're recoil sensitive, or if you're purchasing a rifle for a smaller framed person, or you're putting together a rifle for your teenage hunter. You might look into those lower grain weight bullets if you're going to reload for the rifle. The recoil on this 6.8 Western cartridge is very mild compared to what you might get from those larger belted Magnum cartridges in the long action platform. I primarily hunt suppressed, so I already take advantage of with lower recoil, reduced sound reduction, and I just love hunting suppressed. It's a great way to go. If there was one factory loaded ammo that I would stay away from, it would be the 170 PowerPoints loaded by Winchester. I did not have great accuracy whatsoever with that round, and in fact, I was getting about 3 or 4 inch groups at 100 yards with that, and that's been reciprocated with multiple other 6.8 Western shooters. That ammo is not performing well in their custom rifles or factory option rifles. Let's talk about rifle selection. I'll admit that I am not an expert on all the different types of rifles that are chambered in 6.8 Western. You'll have a lot of options in the Browning and Winchester models. The only rifle that I've shot chambered in 6.8 has been my custom build. I will give you a piece of advice and say that I would probably stay away from the Winchester XPR chambered in 6.8 Western, mainly because I've heard a handful of guys just not have great success in the accuracy department with that. And if you absolutely need to go cheap on a rifle, you could look at the XPR, but I would just be very cautious about accuracy with that. If you aren't looking at buying an out-of-the-box rifle that's already put together, you can do what I did and source all of the parts individually and put together a rifle. There's a lot of reputable manufacturers out there that are manufacturing short actions. I went with a Defiance Anti-X. It's a medium action, so it's a happy medium between a short and a long action. You can seat your bullets just a little bit longer. You have more leeway with load development. I think I've heard a couple guys do a 6.8 on a long action, to where you do get a lot more internal magazine length and action length, to where if you wanted to really run those long heavy bullets, you can play around through seating depth. But I really believe that's not necessary for somebody that wants to build one. I would stick with a short action. There's going to be a lot less options out there for a medium action. Defiance is about the only one that I know of. I'm sure there are others. You guys can chime in below, but that's what I would steer you towards, is a short action or a medium action for a rifle build. Obviously you can choose whatever length of barrel you'd like. I have a 20-inch barrel. This goes back to the fact that I always shoot suppressed, and so having that shorter length barrel paired with the 6-inch can, and the fact that my chassis can fold, really it makes it sit really well on my backpack, so it's not hanging out so tall, hitting on tree branches and what have you. Okay, I hope that I kind of gave you some good information there based off of why you should get into the caliber, some of the, maybe a couple downfalls of the caliber. Let me say another downfall I would say is it's got a lot of competition with Hornady, with their 6.5 PRC, their 300 PRC, their 7mm PRC. So I think it's universally accepted that Winchester and Browning really aren't marketing this as heavily as, let's say, Hornady is with their calibers. I did do a video earlier this year with my sister. She shoots a 7mm PRC. and just kind of the differences and why she built that. So I'll throw that video up here as well if you wanted to check that video out. There's a lot more information in that video that I won't cover in this video here. Let's talk about my hunting this last year. So I started off the hunting season with bighorn sheep hunting. I was originally going to try getting out for a couple weeks, but I couldn't get away from work, so I ended up just going for a day. Unfortunately, can't do a lot of hunting in a day, but still, it was a fantastic overnight trip to test out a lot of the new gear that I have. You know, I picked up a new backpack this year, my new kitchen set, a new tent, a new sleeping bag, a new air mattress. So really that trip was to just try out some new gear, and you know, I picked up a new spotting scope too this year. So after that season was over, I ended up going out to eastern Montana to do some antelope hunting with a couple friends and his daughters. That was a very fun trip. Usually that's, you know, every year we go out eastern Montana somewhere and shoot a goat. I would say this year the numbers were pretty low on the north side of I-90, but nonetheless we were able to get into a couple. I ended up shooting my antelope at 100 yards, kind of an interesting story. And I shot that with my 6.8. You know, I was originally going to shoot this guy at about 900 yards, just because it was kind of running low on light, and I didn't know if I could sneak up closer to him in a timely manner, and it was going to be kind of a hard sneak with the way the terrain lied. But anyway, I went to go range him, and my rangefinder died, so I could not get any ballistics to put in my scope. So I had to go the old-fashioned way and sneak up on him. So I ended up getting within 100 yards and tagged him. Lesson of the story there is always carry spare batteries for your electronics. The next day we went out, and I was able to get my friend and his daughters on the other buck that I had seen the evening before when I shot my buck, and they didn't shoot that antelope with my rifle. They had their own rifles, but still it was a really fun time hanging out with some good friends and going on a hunting party. After that, I transitioned over to elk hunting. This is where I spent the majority of my time this year. This year, I was going to be very picky on which elk I wanted to shoot. I was going for more of a mature bull. Every time I went out, I saw elk, I saw cows, I saw some raghorns, and I had plenty of opportunities to shoot one. So I just decided I was going to hold off this year because that's what I wanted to do. I went up hunting over in the Crazies with my buddy, and we backpacked in a few miles and set up a hot tent, and we just hiked up several days and glassed for several hours. Ran into some mule deer bucks, ran into some cows, but we couldn't really get positioned into shooting one for him. After that, I did a lot of elk hunting by myself, just a lot of self-guided public land hunting, and that was fun, great exercise, really enjoyed going out. And then at the very end of the season, I went out and hunted with my dad, and he was able to tag his elk, and he used my rifle for that. That was a 665 yard shot. I believe it was like 660 on that cow there. I was using that Berger 170, and it went through and through at that distance. And so I was really happy with that performance of the bullet. Now, on to the giveaway rules. First, you must be subscribed to the channel. Second, you have to comment 6.8 Western 2025 on this video. And third, you either have to live in the United States or Canada. Giveaway is going to start January 2nd, 2025. That'll be when I post this video publicly, and it will run until January 16th, 2025, after which I will come back into the video, collect everybody that commented 6.8 Western 2025. I'll put that into a random name picker, and then I will come back into the video and get a hold of the winners. Now I'm going to draw 2 winners, and then I'm going to draw 2 backup winners. The 2 winners have to reply to my email within 3 days of me posting the reply that they won. If they don't, I will move to the runner-up winners for that. Okay, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys, I hope any new people to the channel get a little bit more information on the 6.8 Western cartridge. As always, if you guys have any thoughts or opinions, please leave them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys, and it really creates a good community for reloading in the 6.8 Western cartridge. Obviously, make sure you comment 6.8 Western 2025 to get entered into the giveaway. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great start of your January, and we will catch you on the next video.